Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Um, it's Tuesday night. What do we got? Phoenix, 9:30 here in the desert. But hey, 2 days down, 3 to go. Almost halfway done. Anyways, this is a Greenlight video, but I do want to crack a car. I found this tonight when we were out grabbing dinner. And I've seen this in videos, haven't seen it in person. So I'm going to move this guy because this has been seen plenty of times. Look at that Benz. Just going to take it out of the package here. Have to say, well, this is just an AMG GT, so it's not the SLR McLaren that Matchbox brought out. This is one of the rare cases where I would say the Hot Wheels looks as good as the Matchbox. Only exception being those wheels. But check out the detail in this mainline car. I wonder if that was part of the deal with the licensing from Mercedes. Look at that. It is sick. It is one of the nicer mainlines that I think has come out in quite a while. Just the wheels. That's the only gripe I have. But Hot Wheels has always had inferior wheels to Matchbox, and I guess their wheels are better than the Maisto Fresh Metal, but that's not saying much. But look at this front end. The grille is tampoed. You got the Mercedes badge. Now the hood badge is off center. Either that or the grille's off center. I would guess that it's probably the hood badge. And the right headlight there is a little bit off, but not bad. For $1, I give this car a 10 out of 10. If you're basing it off of what the expectations should be for $1, I think this car scores very highly. It's very, very well done. Only thing is these wheels are pretty awful, but most Hot Wheels mainline wheels are. They just don't. Everybody got all excited about those new steel wheels. Oh, the Steelies, they look sick. They don't. They look like crap. I mean, they don't even look like steel wheels. So, but that's just my opinion. And you know what they say about opinions. That is a nice car, though. Nice job, Hot Wheels. Nice job, Mattel. It's good to have Mercedes back in the lineup. Sad to see Ferrari go, but at least we get something back, That's a nice main line. Very, very, very pleased with that car. Alright, so let's get on with the video. I've been talking about doing some Greenlight videos, and I'm going to start here. Now, I'm going to do Greenlight videos based on the series. So Hollywood will be broken up into a couple videos, but I'm going to do a Country Roads video and a Hot Pursuit, and probably an all-terrain, and Running on Empty, some of the new ones, some of the older ones, Muscle. But there are a couple of castings where I'm going to do casting videos. So all of these cars will show up again. Like, for example, these first 3 are part of the Muscle series. So when I do that video, these 3 cars are going to reappear, as well as some of the others here. Quite a few of these are from the Muscle series. But when I do that video, I just won't spend as much time on the Chevelles. But on this video, it's all about the Chevelles. So let's take a look. These three 69 Chevelles are all the same tool, same casting, even the same graphics. The only difference is the color. So we've got gold, yellow, and orange. To me, the orange one is the nicer of the three. That was one of the first Greenlight cars that I owned, actually. And I really like it in orange. I think it looks a lot better than the yellow. It looks good in blue, too. I've got it in blue over here. It doesn't have the vinyl top. And then also from Barrett Jackson's, got it in like a dark forest green. That's a really nice car there, too. Really on the fence about opening that green machine. It just kind of scares me being gold dusted. So this purple one here, I don't even remember what series this one came out of. It might have been like Muscle Car Garage. I don't really like it quite as much, if I'm honest. I don't know if it's just the color or the flames. I'm not really feeling it as much, but it's an older one, so it's a little bit heavier. There's definitely more metal in the older ones. You can tell just by rolling them how much quieter they are than the newer ones, which rattle. This green one and blue one are both from Greenlight Muscle. Awesome cars. These are all 68 to 72, by the way. Most of these being 69. This one here is the only one I have from Black Bandit. And it is a dark car, but it's an awesome car. I don't know if it's showing up. It's not showing up on my screen here. It's just so dark. But it's a very cool car. It has what I would almost call like ghost rally stripes. The car's a gloss black, but it has like a satin black stripe on the hood. And this thing is awesome. I mean, it looks really good. It's a very nice car. And this one is 1970? Can tell by the taillights because the tool is the same for the 70 and the 71 and the 72. It's just the bumper and the grill that are different. Like here's another one, 1970. This is from the Muscle series, but it's actually kind of a re-release of the Fast and Furious cars. The Dodge Charger also came out in that release. They were kind of unlicensed Fast and Furious cars. This one is in primer gray, and it looks sick too. I love it in primer gray. Kind of like a project car. And then in that same series, this red one came out, which is kind of like, this is the work in progress, this is the finished product. And look at how good that looks. It looks really good. I almost said phenomenal, but I caught myself. That really does look good. I really like the red one. I didn't realize I like it so much. 1970 SS. Now, the license plate, let's see if we can get a look at that, because UNR 454, it is going to come into play later on in the video. They actually have the same license plate, so that's going to be interesting. I want to come back to this one. This was a limited release. I think there was only 500 of these made, and I forget what the name of the release is. It was a hobby exclusive of some kind, and it's also a primer Chevelle, but it's in a black primer. But it almost looks like it could be like a satin finish. It is a very sexy car. I think it's probably the best looking Chevelle here outside of the green ones. And obviously the Smokey Eunuch. I mean, the Smokey Eunuch is a great looking Chevelle as well. This one is really cool too. This is from Hollywood. Supernatural. It's another, I guess you could call it a project in progress. You can see you've got the body work being done. You've got, actually, let me put it in some better light. You actually have like rust on the top, the windshield. I really like this piece. It's a really nice piece, and I really, really like the wheels on it. I really wish we would see these wheels more from Greenlight, because they are sick. And then the other side of the car, there's the front. There you go. That just looks great. That looks great. And I like the back end on this is the 71, I think. The round headlights, which I think is a little bit better look than the 70. The back end on the 70, well, there's the back end on the 70. And then there's the back of the 71. Let me make sure it's either a 71 or a 72. Yeah, it's a 71. So those are both awesome. But another one that I had early on, it came out in the Hollywood series a ways back, is this Smokey Eunuch. Now, if you're new to collecting and you have this car, you're probably saying to yourself, that didn't come out that long ago. I just got it. It just came out. It was re-released, but it came out initially back in Series 8, and you can tell the difference. Really, they're the same car, same wheels, same tires, pretty much same everything. The first release, this is from the second release. The first release has stickered numbers. The second release, or the re-release, has the printed numbers. So this is from the second release. This one came with the Cougar, but otherwise the cars are identical. But I mean, you can't argue with how awesome that thing looks. The black and gold with the red pinstriping is a killer look, and it's an iconic look in racing. Everybody that knows anything about racing knows the Smokey Eunuch trademark look. Another awesome thing about this car, and Greenlight is known to do this quite a bit, is the bumper stickers. Look at that bumper sticker. If you ain't first, you're last. If you've seen the movie, his dad. This is one of my favorite cars in the Hollywood release. When you tie the car to the movie and the significance the car had in the movie, this is just an awesome car. How his dad gets him to overcome his fear by driving the Chevelle with the Cougar. Just really cool. And every little detail down to the bumper sticker is accounted for. So pretty awesome, I think. That's definitely a favorite. So that's kind of an overview of of my Greenlight Chevelle collection. 13 of them here. Now, as we move over here, sorry, we have, well, I'm just going to set this here. So from Series 8, this is the Series 8 Green Machine. the green machines are different. While the regular releases are not different, the green machines are very different. And this one is limited to 108 pieces, so it's very, very difficult to find. Most people that have this casting are not looking to come off of it. So it's a very hard car to track down. And if you are able to find one, I would say probably you're going to end up spending at least $100 to get it. Maybe even more. It's just there's a lot of demand for it, and there's just not a lot of them out there. So it's a really, really cool car. It's one of the nicer green machines I think that Greenlight has put out, being that it's a green body with green wheels, and it just looks so good with the color combination, the colorway, and the graphics. So that's your Series 8 green machine from Talladega Nights. And then from the more recent release, same car, you can see they did the green machine quite a bit different. It is a green body green machine, but not green wheels. And basically they did the green in place of the gold. Now, a lot of people don't like this one as much as the first one. I really don't. I think the first one looks nicer. But if the first one didn't exist, I would really, really like this one. I mean, I still really do. Because a lot of people don't like the green machines because, you know, you're not going to see a car driving down the road with green wheels or green tires or all that green. And that's part of why Ultra Reds are so popular, is because they're chase cars that, you know, you might actually see one of those cars in that color. And I think this car kind of fits into that category. I think most of these green machines do. But this one definitely does. It looks really good. And one thing, well, here's the regular. And then here's the green machine. I'm really glad that they kept the 13 green. Basically, anywhere where this car is gold, this one is green. So, very, very cool. I like it. And so, we've got a few more of these to look at. So, I think this one here might be the first time that Greenlight did a green body green machine in the Black Bandit series. Historically, the Black Bandit green machines have always been green wheels. Because obviously, if it's a green car, it's not a black car, so how can you call it a Black Bandit? But in this particular release, they did the green machines as green bodies. And because of that, it was a really popular release. And look at how nice this is. It's actually, I think, stunning is a word I think I kind of overused, but this car is definitely that. I mean, it looks amazing, and that's another thing I'll show when I'm done. I'll line all these cars up next to each other so you can see the different shades of emerald that are used. So here's the Hollywood car from Supernatural. Now, the green machine on this one doesn't really work as well because it's a car that's supposed to be like a rust bucket, junker, and when you put that nice green paint on it, it does kind of take away from the roached out look that they were going for. But still an awesome looking car, I think. And most of these are pretty affordable. Really, the only ones, this one here you can find on eBay. I think it's around 60 to 80. The rest of these are all really easy to find, except for the Series 8 Talladega. That one's pretty much impossible. But like this one here, you can find for probably $20 or $30 on eBay. The Black Bandit one I think is a little bit more, just because it's more sought after. So from the Muscle series, going back to the primer gray and the red one, we have this one here. Now this is the primer version. I'm going to assume the only difference is the rally stripes because the license plate is the same. And since this one does not have the rally stripes, I'm going to assume that this is the green machine to the primer gray, because honestly, when I took it off the card, I don't remember if it had a primer car or a red one. But really cool. Another really cool green body Chevelle. And then the last one, this is probably actually another one that might be a little bit harder to find because this was made, there was less than 100 of these made. I think the number on this one is 98. And you factor in that it's a green body with green wheels. And sometimes those are a little bit more sought after. People go after those a little bit more aggressively a lot of times. So this one might be harder to find, but I still think you could probably find this for 30 to 40 bucks. I think I paid less than 30 on eBay for this one, and I acquired most of these green machines, if not all of them, just in the last 6 months. So I doubt the market's changed too much on them. But this one's really cool. It's I think it might be the yellow one. It's one of these three. I don't remember which one. But you can see it's the same graphics, same Copo Yenko graphics with the little rally stripes on the front. And you have the little Copo triangle there. Or Yenko triangle. Really cool looking car though. I like the wheels on this one. That's just sharp looking. So that's it. That's the Chevelles. But one more thing I want to do, being I would consider myself a pretty avid collector of Greenlight, as well as the chase cars and the green machines. I'm sure all of you that have more than one green machine have probably noticed that not all of the green paint is the same color. So I'll see if I can demonstrate that here. Let me stand up. So right to left, I know the lighting changes from the right, from here down to there, but you can still see just how drastic, like this is just a more like frosted, not quite as deep of an emerald, still a great metallic color. This one here is more of a deep emerald color, and but you can just see that none of them are the same shade as the one next to it, especially that Black Bandit one. That's a really rich, deep, almost like a candied color or something. But yeah, all different shades of green, but all green machines nonetheless. So can't believe it took me 25 minutes to do this video. That's a good angle there. But there you go. Greenlight Chevrolet Chevelles. Now they did do a 65 Chevelle or a 64. I'm not into that casting quite as much. I do have a pretty nice green machine though, from that tool. I just don't like it as much. So, but like I was saying, I'll start doing some of these Greenlight videos. I'm not sure which series I'm going to start with, but I might do a Crown Vic video next. The Chevelle, the Crown Vic, and the Bronco are the three castings that I really like to collect. And I've actually found myself lately starting to get into the Chevy C10. And I have a pretty decent, I don't know, I probably have maybe 11 or 12 of those. But I have about 20 of these. I think I have about 20 of the Crown Vics. I think I probably have around 15 or 20 Jeep Wranglers, which isn't a casting I'm that big on, but sometimes when those come out, they're just so cool. Like the MacGyver one, you know, it came out, and I'm like, I don't need another Greenlight. Whoa! Like, I don't need another Greenlight Jeep Wrangler. But then when you see it, and you see that satin black finish, and it's like, it was MacGyver's Jeep, it's like, well, I guess I'll get it. I don't know. I have a problem. But you know, the first step to solving a problem is to admit you have one, or to acknowledge the problem. And I do have a problem. I buy too much die-cast. But I sure do appreciate it, and I sure do enjoy it. And I don't know. I guess it keeps me out of other trouble. So, but that's it. I think I am going to have, I have a few things on the way. I've actually gotten to know a fellow collector also on YouTube. Talked to him a couple times the last few days. Awesome dude. Amazing collection. One of the best collections on YouTube. Right up there with WTF FOR. Not going to give his name out yet, but I think when I get the package, I'll shout him out. And also, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of some retro entertainments that I'm looking to unload. I'm really only looking to sell it as a lot, but if you are interested in some of them and you want to trade, I would trade. But the only thing I'm willing to trade for at this point is older retro entertainment cars that I don't have, like the Ferris Bueller cars, the Smokey and the Bandit cars, and then there are a few others. So I would be willing to trade for some of that stuff. But I did pull some of them out, a couple of duplicates, and I will be cracking those in a video. I've already cracked those cars on my channel at some point, but I got to do it again because, you know, I cracked them open and put them in my retro collection. I have a loose retro collection that I'm working on. I want the duplicates for my Hot Wheels Real Rider collection, so I will be cracking those open. And then the rest of them will be sold. If they don't sell on Instagram, I'll just list them on eBay. So that's it. Thanks for checking it out. And I always appreciate the support. Hopefully you like the Chevelles. I know all of you have probably turned off the video by now, as I would have. But I'll be back here maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I'll be back soon with some more awesome die-cast videos. So take care. I'll holler at the next one.